This is Vicki Romaine with Cheerful Greetings, and today I'm going to talk about windows in cards. And a couple of tutorials back, I did a floating window, and today I am going to show you some in the window and back behind the windows. Two different presentations. And I'm not making a card. Well, I have cards, and they're mostly made, but I don't have the sentiment on it and all the embellishments and everything. But it does show the windows, because that's what I'm talking about today. This is really not a tutorial, but maybe it will give you some ideas. Here's my first die cut here, and I have a tree, and this one has flowers. Now, what I did, and that, to me, a window is any kind of hole in your card, and it doesn't necessarily have to be round. What I've done here with that first die is I've made two cards. This one is just plain. I put a background so it would show up, and you would see that you would write on this area or put your sentiment back here. The purpose of doing this, it also helps make the card more sturdy, because but the only place I glued here on the tree is the stump and some of the larger limbs. Now, I thought it was kind of blah, especially on this cardstock, the brown cardstock. So I thought I would give it a little kick to it, or a pop-up. And what I've done here, I used distressed ink and colored my tree a little bit. It was hard coloring this area out here because the branches weren't loose. They were in the cardstock itself, because that's the way the die is made. I put a white background on this, and that really shows it up. So that's one set, and you can see it. The tree is in the window, because when I open it, the tree goes along with the hole, or goes along with the window when you open it. Okay, my second die cut is really very pretty. I did it in white here. It could be used for a sympathy card, or an invitation, or even a wedding card. Congratulations. And I just left it just like it was. I didn't put anything else behind it. And I kind of like that. It's nice. And you put your sentiment here. As I said, these cards are not finished. Only the window is finished. Now, if you didn't like the solid white, this is what I did with this card. I put a green background. This is actually a base card. And when you put it in, it usually sticks out just a little bit, because you're putting the same size inside of each other. And each layer going in, it sticks out even further. So if you do something like this, you have to kind of trim it off. Then I put a couple little pearls on there. Just I don't know why, I just put them on there. And this says, wishing you for a speedy recovery. This is about the one that's the closest being finished. Of course, I haven't done anything to the inside yet, so I can't send it off. Okay, so that gets rid of these two dies. My next one, well, I want to show you this. This is a rectangle, and you can make your windows out of this. I made it out of this size right here, the one that's out of place. So you have something like this, you can make your window any shape you want to. See, this one is round with the flowers inside. And you can make one with this, just a rectangle. And then you could also take another kind of shape. You could take a circle, an octagon, or a square, and make windows out of it. Now here, I have taken an octagon, and I did a card like this before, because this is a shower curtain here. And when you open it up, there's a little, you can see through it. And the back side is dull. Now, here's the clue. When you do something like this, you put it on and you tape it around. And you don't want all that tape showing and everything. So what you do is put a mat with the hole that's in the same place. And you want to know how to get the hole in the same place? Well, you stick your extra card in behind here, and you open it up when you get ready to cut your hole, and you have them even, and you cut your hole out, and the one that's inside should match, and then you can go in and then glue your mat in place. And this one is, see, it covers up all the messy part of the design, which is, in that case, is tape. I used tape on that one. Now, we discussed the rectangle, and I have some flowers here and cattails that you can use. Now let me show you what you can do there. Here's a rectangle, and here you see some flowers on the inside, just a couple of little flowers. As I say, I'll put a cinnamon or something on here. But you open it up, and there's your whole group of flowers. And if you don't want the frame, you can cut it out. I'll cut it off and use just the flowers. But you have to at least give you a little space here because the stems and all are real small. And I could have colored them like I did the flowers before, but these stems are awfully small, and this cardstock wasn't quite as heavy as this, so that's why I'm not going to color this. I could color just the flower, the poppy, but I either want to color all of it or none of it, so I chose none. Here's another one. It's a rectangle, and I have the couple of cattails sitting there. You can only see one, the top, but when you open it up, you can see the whole thing. Again, you could cut it here and not have a frame, but I like the frame on this one especially because I can write in here or stamp in here my sentiment. And of course I put a sentiment on the outside. Now this one and the blue one are samples of something behind the window. And the reason you say that, you open the window up, and that's what was behind it. It doesn't go with it. The same thing with this one. You open it up, and there's nothing there. Your design is over here. So that's why I call it behind. So let's look and see what we have here. Got a couple varieties. I kind of like that card. Now I'd love to hear from you and telling me, especially with regard to the trees, which you like better, or the cards in general, which you like best. And I'd like to know, what you think of them and which one is your favorite. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. It really wasn't a tutorial, my showing of these cards. I hope you enjoyed and got some ideas that maybe you can use some of your dies that you didn't know what to do with. And make some cards like this. So these are cards in the window and cards behind the windows. In the meantime, have a great crafting day, and don't forget to come back and see me. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but I'm sure it'll be something that you might enjoy. Please subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.